So this is my update video. It's been quite some time, so I apologize for that. But as you know, I was sort of back to back with My Savior and then My Brother's Keeper, so I've been a little bit busy. As I think I said on Facebook, some of my admin stuff kind of slid to the right, so I'm trying to play catch up and getting things mailed out and ordering copies of books and getting the store set up and working with somebody for audiobooks. So I'll go over some of those again, but first I just want to thank everyone who pre-ordered or purchased My Brother's Keeper during that first week. We did hit the USA Today bestseller list again, so thank you so much. That made every book released this year has hit a list, so I'm very thankful. So I just wanted to make sure everybody who watches or who will come back to this video knows that I totally appreciate everybody who supports me, because this allows me to be a writer and to make this my full-time job. So once again, thank you. And a big welcome. I know that segue sucked. Sorry. It's like, and blah, blah, blah. So welcome to my new subscribers. As you can tell, I'm a little bit quirky, so you will be able, if you watch my videos, you'll be, oh yeah, that's Marin, or oh yeah, that's Beth. So it does come from somewhere, and it's me. But so if you're a new subscriber, or if you have tripped over a newsletter or an author takeover and it has brought you to this YouTube channel, welcome. Glad you're here. So I'm going to do rapid fire bullet points, boom, 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 and then I have a bunch of questions that were submitted via the website that I want to get to because they have piled up, so I want to make sure I get to those. So a reminder, I do send out texts. I haven't done it lately. I will, but anybody who subscribes via their phone, this is only available to U.S. residents, and standard text message fees apply if you don't have unlimited data. But if you text Alanea text, A-L-A-N-E-A text to 24587, you'll be added to my text distro. And when I send out a text message, it goes to this distro. So it's not automated. It's not something a promo business is doing. If there's typos, it's my fault. I'm literally typing the text message. But I'm going to be using that more this upcoming year. Some fun stuff, some quirky stuff. Mostly it's like, hey, don't forget, or something went on pre-order, or we've got a release coming, or I'm doing a huge author takeover, or there's a giveaway. Just so like the main events that we're doing, you won't miss them, because I know I'm very guilty of using Facebook as my main avenue of communicating with my readers. Not all the readers are on Facebook, so I am trying to branch out to different things like the newsletter and videos and podcasts and whatnot. So speaking of giveaways and promotions, if you catch this video when it first comes out, which I'm hoping it'll be the week of the 8th, 9th, 10th, somewhere around there, I actually extended the giveaway that I have going on right now. If you follow me on Facebook, you know that I am subscribed to both Loot Crate and Nerd Block. I actually just canceled my Loot Crate subscription, though, so now it's just Nerd Block. But anyway, I have been subscribed to them for the past 6 months, but I'll keep my Nerd Block because they have cool stuff. But anyway, I have accumulated a lot of stuff that, yes, it's awesome, but I'm not using it. I probably will never use it. If it's, the stuff that I actually had to have, it's already on a bookshelf, or it is tucked away where it's supposed to be. And I found that I had a box full of stuff that I don't want to keep it just to keep it. So what I'm thinking about doing is once a month, I will be doing some sort of rafflecopter giveaway for a Marin box. And it is all geeky, nerdy stuff. It's DC, it's Marvel, it's Doctor Who, it's Star Wars, Star Trek, everything you could possibly think of that Marin would actually like, because I like it, will be in the box. And it's going to be random. There's no set amount of stuff in the box. It's whatever I could probably cram in there for the month. It might have 2 items one month, next month it might have 5 or 6, depending on the size of the items, because it's basically whatever I can fit in one small box per month. So I think the rafflecopter ends on the 27th. The only thing that you have to do is just do a quick little fun picture or a post about Christmas in Laconia or the holidays in Laconia, and when you post it to your Facebook, you just go to that post, and up at the top you copy the URL, and that's what you have to enter into the Rafflecopter, and that's it. You're entered. The only other thing I think you have to do is visit my author page on Facebook. I think the post is worth 2 points, and visiting the site is worth 1. So you can accumulate some entries between now and the 27th. So in the spirit of the holidays, and since the Rafflecopter is tied to the holidays from Laconia, I am going to be doing doing one giveaway, but I'm having 2 different gifts to give away. So I've decided to create these sort of gift basket sort of things. I don't know. It's not gonna look artistic. I can tell you that right now. If you are the receiver of one of these, it's probably gonna look like a hot mess when you open the box. But here's what's gonna be in it. You're gonna receive a gift that is sort of tailored to the characters in the story. So I believe for Marin, you'll be getting a geek t-shirt. From Beth, you'll be getting an eyeshadow palette. From Ryu, you'll be getting tea. And thanks to the ladies on Facebook, we actually found a honey cup tea blend. So you'll be receiving that. So I've just, over the past like 6 to 8 months, I have accumulated some things that I knew I wanted to include at the end of the year. So I think there's going to be like a planner in there, either a planner or a wristlet for Beth. So it's almost like the ladies of Laconia has gotten together and they're sending out a gift package. So I'm going to be doing 2 packages. I don't know quite what the giveaway entails, but that's what I will be doing for that. So anybody who finished My Brother's Keeper and you made it all the way to the end, you probably saw the brand new cover for Inception. It is going to be the novella. It is, the best way I can describe it is it's going to be setting up the Vanguard series. So it's almost going to be like a standalone, and you will have characters in it from Bewitched and Bewildered, but it will not be an extension of that series. I hope to have that out fairly soon. The order of the projects that I'm working on is I want to get the novella out, then I want to get the paranormal mystery out, then I'm going to be working on book 6. So I know everybody is dying for book 6 and for everyone to see Marin and Nocturne Falls, but I got 2 projects ahead of that. So please be patient. I'm almost positive that you're going to like what you read, especially when it comes to the paranormal mystery. That story idea has been haunting me, no pun intended, since last year. So I really am eager to get that done. Okay, rapid fire, 8 minutes. Haha, done with my bullet points. For those of you who actually have paid attention, because I'll tell you, I don't when it comes to videos and backgrounds, but it's always reversed. This is all new. I had dry erase boards here, like, big metal ones. This is the daily system from Pottery Barn, and I freaking love it. So I have my calendar, I have place to hang stuff, and then there's a dry erase board up. Up there is corkboard and more dry erase boards, and it completely wraps around all the way. So it's like 6 feet and 6 feet, top and bottom on both walls. And then those are actually flatware caddies that you can get for the kitchen, but I used it for all my pens. It's not all my pens, but most of my pens. I actually donated a huge bag. I went through it, and I'm telling you, I'm not kidding. I had pens from like 8th grade. The little squishy ones. Yeah, I got rid of those. They still work though, so good on that company. So I had kept all my favorites, and this is actually a chalkboard surface, except I don't have the best handwriting, so I'd rather it look nice and clean than have my handwriting on it. So, new curtains. That's the color teal I initially wanted when I did The Office, and there's it's always, backwards. there's my rug. I got matching rugs. Let me see if I can rotate. If I make you dizzy, I'm sorry. But the reading nook got an update with the new curtains as well. I'm really feeling this like teal color. That's what I wanted initially for the office. Sorry. Okay. So I'm happy that it's finally happening. I only have one more thing that has to be changed, and it's these cubicles will actually get swapped out for this color. If you go to the Pottery Barn website, that is their white, and it's not white, it's like cream. But it was either this cherry colored or like black. So this was the color I chose. But that's the color of the desk and the printer stand and the hutch and everything else. So now everything matches. So it's like dry erase board, the little fabric thing with the crisscrossies where you can stick photos in it. That's there. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna make you dizzy again. Sorry. There we go. So this is my desk, and those are like filers, letter filers, right there. Backwards. Sorry. But anyway, so I used that, and I used like teal file folders behind it. But those are my series notebooks that I have, so they're like right there. I can grab them, and then of course there's a dry erase board here for me to do notes and stuff. And, of course, my letter tray. I haven't figured out what to do with it yet, but it's real pretty. So, I have another one that's just like it that the monitor is sitting in. It is the actual 8.5 by 11 letter tray. But the base of a Mac computer is like this big. Well, when you set it in there, the keyboard fits exactly on top in this letter tray, and then you can put the mouse beside it. So when I want to get the monitor and clear my desk, all I have to do is move the tray to one side, and it gives me my desk like a big open spot. So I'm really excited. Like I said, I'm between books right now, and this is some of the stuff that has been a half-done project. I've been meaning to get the boards redone. You guys don't know it, but those old boards, they're like quartet. I got them from Sam's Club. They had the big metal frames. Were heavy, and I swear they were only hanging on by like poster putty. I could not get the brackets at the top to like get into the board. So I know some of them were hanging on by a prayer. One of these days I was going to come in and the board was going to be down and my computer was going to be smashed and the desk was going to be ruined, and yeah, it was not going to be a good thing. So these, I could probably do pull-ups from those. They're so sturdy. And it's really cool. It's a sliding bar system. So if you guys aren't familiar with it, they slide in and out. And so being the, not fickle, but I change my mind so much when it comes to like how things are organized. That aspect, I can change this out. I can add another corkboard here. I can move this one down here. So I can change up the entire office depending on what I'm using it for, or I can figure out what exact, arrangement works best for me. And I got these little guys. The little wood things came with the dry erase board. I just added the owl stickers. That's like, it became a theme inadvertently, but it's cute. So I have my little owl magnets now. So all in all, I'm very happy with some of the updates. I spend a lot of time here, and so I have to have it so when I sit down, I'm not one for clutter when it comes to my work area. So everything has to be a clean surface. And by getting the flatware caddies, it got like 2 mugs and a pen spinner thing off my desk, because if anything's in front of me, I want to play with it. I want to look at it. I want to click the pen. So I need to have a distraction-free zone. And so that has helped me a lot. And I got one of these. You can get these, by the way, most of the stuff except for the Pottery Barn stuff came from Amazon. But I got this little notepad, and it starts off with must do today, important times, to buy, things I'm grateful for, meals, minutes for exercise. It even has like these little things down here. There we go. I told you, everything's backwards. It's for 8 glasses a day. I will stipulate that it does not say water. It just says 8 glasses a day. So I'm thinking that's like 3 glasses of coffee, 2 Mountain Dews, a tea, and 2 glasses of wine. But anyway, and then other to-dos. And it's just like a little notepad. And you get a list like every day. So this wasn't that expensive. And I have another one downstairs with a magnet, and it says to buy. And it's everything you could possibly get at the store, and you just check it off. So hopefully I will remember to buy food, and then I'll be able to put it on my daily little check-off list. And the last thing I wanted to show, new printer, so I can actually print stuff and then be able to edit like chapters. I can actually print it out and look at it and do physical edits and stuff. And I had templates that I have downloaded to do my series Bible. That's another project that I have been wanting to get done. I have a 3 or 4 inch binder like this that I need to fill. We're about to transition from Laconia to Noctum Falls. Well, if you've read the books, you know there's a ton, and I mean a shit ton, of characters already in Laconia. We're not even talking, you guys don't even have names for all of the unit warriors in Laconia yet. And that's not counting everybody you've met in town, and the sewing circle, and the relatives, and friends, and then you've got like Rhea's brothers where the Vanguard was introduced, and then you've got, you know, Beth's family. So you have a ton of characters and information for Laconia, and we're about to go to a whole other city. So this series will grow exponentially over the next year. So before that happens, I have to sit down and get all my series notes together. Right now they're in that notebook, but I'm running out of space and I need a cleaner format that I can go to. So I've decided I'm going to try using a 3-ring binder. That way I can open it, add sheets, take sheets out, do different file folders and stuff like that. It's a hope that I get it organized. Probably this time next year I'll be like, I'm still in my notebook, because it's what I'm used to. Okay, so quick, I wanted to give everybody the quick office update because it's right behind me. Let's get into questions real quick. Doo-doo. Okay, when is your new shop opening? It was my hope to have it open already. I wanted to have it open for my brother's keeper's launch. So what I've done is the store is set up actually. I just have to add the inventory. I have already ordered the print copies of My Savior and My Brother's Keeper. So if you're wondering, they now are available on Amazon, and they should be available through other online venues. But anyway, I've ordered those because on the website for a limited time, right around the holidays, I will be adding a bundled set to the store, and that bundled set will be all 5 books, all 5 of them signed, and they will be available for $60. I will be offering individually signed books for $15 a piece, but like I said, the quantities will be limited because I only ordered so many print copies this time around. I will be periodically adding inventory back to the website. But that being said, I will be opening the store when I have the print books in hand ready to ship. And right now, the estimated delivery date for the print copies is December 29th. So technically, I might hit my goal of opening the store in 2015 if the delivery is on time. But we'll see. It has its own domain. The link will appear on my website. It's through Shopify. So you'll be able to enter a credit card. For international readers, I will not be shipping books internationally, only because by the time you have all the books added up, it would cost just as much to ship as it is for the book. So what I am offering for my international readers is book plates. Let me slide. This is so cool. Where'd they go? Let's stand up anyway. Here they are. Haha. Another reason I love my floor. Okay, so international readers, you will be getting one of these. Whoa. Okay, there we go. It's a book plate, and what it is it's like a sticker, but it's not. So it does have an adhesive back, but it's a very nice textured front. And what I'll be doing is I'm signing all of them with, of course, a permanent marker. This is archival quality ink and adhesive, so it won't damage the book at all. So you can order these. I forget how much they will be on the website, but you can order as many of these as you have books. When they come in, you just peel the back off and stick it on the inside of your book. This will be much cheaper than trying to order print books and have them shipped. So, long explanation for when is the new shop opening. Short answer, hopefully by the end of the year. Will you consider making an iPad ebook cover? If I do, it would only be available through something like Cafe Press, because I don't think there's a high enough demand for those, because I would have to find a wholesaler, and then as a shop, like having the shop, I would have to order a bulk amount for it to be any kind of to make any kind of to be cost effective, basically. So I just don't think there's a high enough demand. So I would consider doing something like that, but only through Cafe Press. But Cafe Press stuff is so expensive. Like, I think they wanted, it was like $15 for a mug or something like that. Next year, I will be taking the t-shirt design that everybody voted on, and that will be available, I want to say around February, and I will be getting, I think it's the Marin quote mugs and the Bewitched and Bewildered shield on mugs. So mugs and t-shirts will be coming early next year. Everything's early next year, but guys, it's December. It's December 11th, so we're almost into the holidays, so I'm about to be brain dead for like 2 weeks, so I really don't want to promise much. What would you name Marin's pet? Oh, wow. Well, it's going to be a cat. It's going to be her battle cat. I don't know. Something crazy, but not too cliche. I have to think about that one. It's a good question. I'll think about it, and if it pops into my head while I'm recording, I'll let you know. When is the next book going to be released? If I can get it written this month, I hope to have it back by the end of January. So probably February, because it's just the novella. I don't want to do like a 3-month lead out pre-order process for the novella. So the next book will probably be Inception, and it'll probably have a very soft launch somewhere in February-ish. No promises. Do I prefer e-readers or paperback? Oh, that is so tough. Okay, so here's my rule, my personal rule. If it's pleasure reading, I prefer an ebook, because I'm probably like some of you guys. If I like an author, I buy every darn book I can get my hands on. So I want to say 6,000-7,000 books, and they all fit in my purse. And so if I'm at the doctor's office and I'm like, I want to reread such and such, I'll just bring it up and start reading. And I like having it there all the time. The only caveat to that is anything where I want to make it a collectible by having it signed, of course, I'll have a print copy. But any kind of like this, anything that has to do with learning or anything that's considered reference material, I don't know why, but I retain it more if I have my hands on it, and I can flip the pages, and I can be, that's how nerds get high. They smell the books. I have to be able to smell it. And I can bend the pages. I can highlight. So I have to have print or paperback copies for anything that is learning material or reference material. And that's why my series Bible is on paper as opposed to moving it into the digital world. God, it sounded like Digimon, the digital world. I've thought about moving the series Bible to my OneNote account because then that way I'll be able to access it from all my devices. I just can't. It's reference material. I need it on paper. So those are my two divisions for paperback and e-readers. What's my favorite color? Okay, so you knew it was going to be a complicated answer, right? If I had to pick one color, it would be green. I love the color green. However, there's only one green room in my house. It's so weird. I love the color green, but not for decor. That's teal. It's like a blue-green. But my complicated answer was I like blue, yellow, and green, but blue and yellow make green. My master bedroom is one of these days I need to do like a video, just walk around so you guys can see, but my master bedroom is right down the hall. I'm looking at my bed right now, right there. And it's a navy blue. And I have white furniture. So it looks really nice and crisp. My old office is my one green room, and it's called Japanese Garden, but it's like it's like this mossy, seafoamy, but not blue. It's like a light green. And then the front room it used to be my dedicated vanity makeup room, but now has a huge freaking treadmill in it. We'll get back to that, by the way. That is a teal. That is like in your face, bright, more blue than that. So everything upstairs is cool colors. But long answer again. Sorry. Green is my favorite color, but I also like blue and yellow. But then downstairs is nothing but like red and brown. So all the warm colors are downstairs. All the cool colors are upstairs. Did that inadvertently. Kind of like how it worked out that way. Next question. Do you have a release day ritual or a day before release day ritual that keeps me sane? Not really. Well, sort of. I tend to obsess seriously on release day. And for release day is always going to be on a Tuesday, which means books start hitting e-readers Monday in Australia, and then Monday night the UK get it. So I'm a nervous wreck Monday night. Like, can't eat. I'm stalking everybody on Facebook. I'm waiting for reviews to pop up. Obsessed. So if I do anything, I eat light meals so I don't feel sick, and I have the occasional glass of wine. Just to keep my nerves under control. But I don't really have like a ritual. I don't go out. I don't celebrate. I don't have like a celebratory meal. No, I really just am psycho that day on Facebook. That's it. I keep track of people's comments, and I hardcore stalk Amazon, and I refresh the page every 10 to 15 minutes waiting for reviews to pop up. Yes, I do that. It's sad, but it's true. But that's my ritual. I actually am more celebratory, or I feel better towards the end of the week after I've gotten a certain number of reviews, and I'm like, oh, okay, good. They did like it. It didn't suck. So once that happens, I'm able to calm down, and I might treat myself to, one bag of beef jerky or something like that. I'm not a big food-y person. I don't eat that much. Well, I shouldn't say that. I do eat, but I don't eat like extravagant meals. I just have like ham sandwiches all the time. Can you tell us more about the new series that you're working on? And are they going to be funny like Bewitched and Bewildered and Arcadia? I hope so. I really hope so. So, okay. Yeah, you just saw excited hands. The new series, well, I'm not even really including Inception as part of a new series, even though it's the launch of the Vanguard, because it's the same world. It's still, you'll still have references to Lyconia. You'll still have Aiden. You'll still have, the warriors. You'll still have the same type of enemy, the same problems. So to me, that's not the new series. The new series to me is Ghostly Echoes. And it's going to be my paranormal mystery. And this book has morphed so many times. Like, this chick's name has changed. No kidding. I wish I had my notes. Where is it? I just wish I could show you. I have changed this chick's name 3 times already. Because the first 2, it didn't sound right. No, I don't have it in front of me. But I think she was, at first she was Skylar. And I'm like, no. And then I was going to name her Riley. But that's that's another character's name. And I was just going to swap them. I was like, nah, that's not going to work. And so we finally settled on a name, and I'm like, okay, that's her name. But she initially was going to be she was almost going to be like a Beth Rhea. She was going to be the down-to-earth one. But then my brain happened, as it always does, and I'm like, no, she's crazy too. So I have been having a lot of fun realizing exactly how crazy she is. And I don't want to give too much away about the series, but it opens up at a funeral, believe it or not. And it's a close friend of hers. And it was a grandfatherly figure that she had in her life, and it's his funeral. And the book opens up, and she is cussing him up one side and down the other because he didn't let her know that he was sick. And so the other main character of the series is his grandson. And his name's Logan, and they meet as she's cussing the corpse out, basically, and that is the opener of the series, and it just goes from there. So Logan has a company, and he does paranormal investigations. So, it's your sort of typical run-of-the-mill kind of paranormal mystery. Of course, I put my spin on it the way I did Paranormal Romance. And so he actually runs the company with 2 of his very close friends. One of them it's a gay couple, actually, and the one character I was going to swap names, his name's Riley, a queen. He's sort of like a Rion. And I know everyone's like, oh, I thought his name was Ryan. Sorry, in my head it's Rion. But anyway, from Arcadia. So those 2 actually, the main character, her name's Meredith, and Riley, they almost like have to vet each other out at first, but once they start clicking, it's like they become a force of nature together. So almost kind of like Rebecca and Abby on their little mini tiny ghost hunt. It's sort of like them, but for every book. And so I can see shenanigans happening on a regular for those 2, if just for those 2 alone. So I'm really excited. Like I said, this book idea has been like literally right back here, right here on the right, behind my ear. It's been the squeaky little voice. My turn. Me next. Oh, by the way, this happened. Haha. So, what was that? Long, like I said, I'm not even gonna apologize for long answers anymore. It's just how I am. Once you get the rights back to the Arcadia series, will you be doing hard copies with author signatures? Absolutely. I think I've touched on this on another video, but I will be printing them in volumes because they are still going to be sort of on a novella length. So what I'll be doing is when I submit them for print, it'll be volume 1, which will be books 1, 2, and 3. And then volume 2, which will be 4, 5, and 6. So that way, you're not wasting, let's put it this way, in order for it to even come out as breaking even for print on Amazon, you have to charge like $12 a copy. So if I'm going to be charging that much for a print, I want to make sure that it's a substantial amount. So that's why I'm going to be doing volumes, and they will be available when I get the rights back on the website. What are your plans for Keelan? Can't say. Where do you come up with all the cool names? I actually just go to behindthenames.com, and I usually have an idea of how I want a race to be. So, like, for example, I don't know why, but like all my vampires have sort of French names. And all of my shifters usually have like Gaelic, Celtic, Irish, Scottish names. Um, and then the Fae I just had fun with. It was like random letter, random letter, random letter. Let me put some vowels in it, and that's the way I came up with the last names. So it just sometimes I just have a feeling for how I want their, because those races have certain histories, and that plays a part in their name. Um, and a lot of times, if it's just specific characters, case in point, the one for Meredith, they let me know if it's the right name or not. And sometimes I have to cycle through a whole bunch until I find the right name. But usually they just let me know. I know, and that's like such a cop out answer for an author. And just, oh, they just let me know. Well, it's true. It really is. It's like having a functioning form of schizophrenia that people think is, oh, that's part of your job. It's true. You get like these little voices, and every once in a while they just pop up and go, "Hey, by the way." And it's literally almost like that. So yeah, I hate using those kind of answers, but it's true. They just let me know. Um, is Bewitched and Bewildered only a 5-book series? No, not right now. I have tentative. I think I have another 5 to 10 books outlined. And I know I said this in my last video, but I will write this series as long as there is a plot to support it. If the plot peters out and there's nothing to support the story, I will end it and we'll all move on to another series. I just don't ever want the series to get to the point where it should have ended a long time ago. But as long as I have a plot going, I will definitely write those stories. Will Kendrick and Anne live with Marin and them, and will Marin's family and Stormkeep come and live with them? You'll find, actually, I don't even want to really touch on that because all of that will be, like, you will literally get all of that at the very beginning of book 6. So, no answer for that one. Sorry. Will Ryu and Penny get books of their own? Ryu would probably get a book, but I think I've said this before, it'll probably be one of the last books I write for the series. If Penny ever gets a book of her own where she's getting mates, it will be years after the series is already concluded. Only because I think there should be a gap so that mentally everybody can let her grow up. So the answer is yes for Ryu and tentative for Penny. You may get short stories with her in it, but it will be a long time before she gets her own book. Who is my favorite author? Just one? Just one? Derp. Probably Anne McCaffrey and Tamara Pierce. I know it said one, but I had to have 2. Only because they were the first authors that I read where the female was the hero, the heroine. She was the one taking care of business. So for that reason alone, and that kind of colors how I write. I want a book that when a young woman picks up the book, they're not waiting for her to get saved. She saves herself, and I want that to be almost a norm. And those were the first 2 writers that I read where that was happening. The last movie I watched, new movie or like, because I rewatch stuff just so I don't have to pay attention. It's in the background. I think I said this. Lord of the Rings can be on repeat for days, like the whole series, like all 3 Hobbits and all Lord of the Rings can be on repeat in the background. I don't care. But the last new movie I watched, Maze Runner. The first one. Didn't think I was going to like it. Actually kind of did. In fact, I pre-ordered the second one. It is on my iTunes waiting for me to watch. But be honest with you, I've had One Piece literally, like I just said about Lord of the Rings, I have started back on season 1 and have put that on repeat. It just keeps going on my Crunchyroll. So it's in the background. I don't have to pay attention to it because I know the story. So I can be on my phone. I can be checking Facebook. I can be responding to stuff. And I don't know, it's just, I have to have some noise in the background. So that's what I've been watching lately, but the last new movie I watched was Maze Runner. But I want to see freaking Tarzan. Yes, I am excited. Did you see the pictures of the god, Alexander? Oh my god. I almost want to wait until it's been out for a while so I can have the theater to myself. So I can just be like, but that is because I don't go to the movie theater at all. Like, movies aren't my thing. I would prefer to watch TV, like episodes that are like 30, 45 minutes long, or anime, which is like 20 minutes per episode. So I only go for like epic films, like Hobbit or like an Avengers movie or something like that. I'm going to go see Tarzan. So if you're interested and you're gonna go see it, put it in the comments. I'm dying to see everybody's reaction because the man is just beautiful. He's just gorgeous. Sort of another penny question. Do we get to see her grown up and with her mate? Yes. If I write that book, it will be years and years from now. But she's already hinting, like, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, who was she talking about? I don't know. Even I don't know. She's been so closed-mouthed about it. But when I went to write that scene, I was just going to have that. If you've read My Brother's Keeper, you know the scene I'm talking about. It's the scene where, Colton is telling her, you can have a mate when they meet this criteria, boom, boom, boom. And that was just going to be the end of the conversation, and she was going to go, okay, and she was going to go play or wait for her grandmother or whatever. But out of nowhere, she goes, okay, I think I know who I'm talking about, or something like that. And I went, okay, so who? And then nothing. It was literally how you read it was how I got it. And I was like, dang. So when she lets me know, I will be able to kind of steer the story around that so that it makes sense later. But I don't know. But yeah, so she will be much later. And then last question is, where do you find your inspiration? It's everywhere. It's everything. I think somebody asked me, I forget what question prompted it, but it was like something about where the tampon scene came from. I read my tampon box. That was it. I saw the word anti-gravity leak guard, and I started laughing. I'm like, seriously? We have NASA in tampons now. So then my brain went, okay, so that's funny, haha. And then of course the next step was, well, how would a guy interpret that? And so it was just the trickle down. And so that's where a lot of those scenes come from. It's just a little misfire back here somewhere. So I have, oh my God, my longest video ever. And I'm not editing a minute of this. So I am so sorry if you have sat through this entire thing. It's going to be like 45 minutes long. But I haven't talked to you guys in a while, so this is kind of like a catch up. So if you have any questions or comments, please put them down below. Every time you do, it shoots me an email, and so I do see them. If you have any other questions or you want to send me a direct email, of course, as you know, the contact form is on my website. Feel free to shoot me an email about anything. And I think I have yammered on enough. So as always, if you keep reading, I'll keep writing. Bye guys.